what's going on? Welcome to the Income Producing Assets Show. I am your host, Erwin Anderson, and here at Ander Enterprise, we focus on achieving financial security through income producing assets. And today we are here with Rockman. Rockman, man, first of all, thank you for coming on the show and blessing us. We definitely appreciate you coming on. I know you're a mover and shaker and you got a lot of things going on and a lot of game for the people. But first of all, I just want to know, man, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Doing great out here traveling. So I definitely didn't want to miss the call. So I wanted to make sure I jumped on, even with me being on the road. So awesome.
Absolutely, brother. That's love. That's love. All right. So for those of you who don't know, you know, Rockman is somebody out there who's killing in the game. He's a full-time entrepreneur who quit his job a year ago. And now he's up and running with multiple income producing assets. So can you tell us a little bit more about you? And, you know, how did you get started with your income producing assets?
Yeah, man. So I am Rodney Williams. I'm originally from a small town in Mississippi called Moss Point, and I'm currently living in Atlanta, Georgia. 16-year military vet, still currently serving in the Air Force, Air National Guard, and like I say, ever since I've been doing that, I was always in the credit space. So I started out in the personal and business credit space. And then, while I was overseas in Japan about 2 years ago, that allowed me to do a lot of consultations. And I just started, teaching people about, their credit, showing them about, business credit side of things. And then as soon as I got back home, I made quite a bit of money doing the consultations while I was overseas. And it showed me that, hey, I could really work for myself doing this type thing, right? Because I was almost making more than I was making in the military, on active duty. So I got back, I got into Turo pretty heavy. So I scaled up to about 32 cars within 6 months of just getting into Turo. And then, that was going great. I was ended up in 3 different states running those. And then I decided that, the market has slowed down for people renting cars. So, I was giving a lot of those, probably 80% of those cars belong to other people, right? So when it slowed down, I started giving cars back to other people, selling a few of my cars, and decided to get into the short-term rental game, which...
Hold on one second, bro. So hold on. You were in the military in Japan making money. And because I already know... for us military people, man, Japan, you make a little bit of change out there because the cost of living and stuff like that. Yeah, so you was getting to a bag overseas and fixing people credit.
Yeah. I'm an E7, so I was an E7 over there. So I was doing good over there, and just I wasn't doing credit repair, but I was doing like some funding things and showing people how to build their credit. So I was doing consultations for like $200 an hour, $100 an hour, it just depends, so I was doing pretty good over there. Yeah.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. And then you came back home and you said you had 32 cars in 6 months on Turo.
Yeah. So that was
3 different states.
Yeah. Houston, Atlanta, and Vegas. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So currently I'm down to 9 cars, but I have a car dealership in Houston that I do a lot of wholesaling with the cars. And once I scaled down, I was able to get heavier into the short-term rental game. So within a matter of 3 months, I had 6 short-term rentals, Airbnbs as most people call it. And then once I hit about 6 months, I got up to 18. And now we're probably about 8.5 months in, I'm at 26 short-term rental units. And like I say, I'll probably end up being left with probably 4 or 5 cars, if possible. That way I can, have all that time back. So yeah, man, it's been a fun journey with all this stuff.
My goodness. So that is incredible. You said in 3 months you got 6 units. When you at 6 months, you got 18. In 8 months, you got 26 Airbnb or short-term rental units.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
8 months, that is incredible, bro. How do you get Airbnb so fast, man? That's a lot of units.
You just get a group of them at once. You know what I mean? Like I say, I started with 6, and that was pretty much a whole multi-family complex. I just convinced them to let me lease out all of them. And then, you know, my next group was, you know, I got a group of units again. And, but, you know, remember I had bought into 2 mentorships before I even started. So my first mentorship, I paid $23,000 to get into. That taught me everything I know, showed me how to operate remotely, things like that. And then I bought into another mentorship, which came with an Airbnb unit. So the mentorship was like $2,500, and then I spent another like $15K on the unit itself, you know, just to build a relationship with that guy and to learn from him as to what he knew. So I did a lot before I started getting units.
Wow, man, that is major. Where are all these units at?
So there's 2 in Tampa, Florida, and 6 in Mississippi, Moss Point, Mississippi, in my hometown, and 18 in Miami, Florida.
Okay, wow. So I know Miami is a hot market when it comes to Airbnb.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a hot market.
How about Mississippi? That's not really go ahead.
Mississippi is my most profitable location. Yeah, it does better than all of them. Because you got to remember,
I'm glad you said that because most.
Yeah, I was saying cost of living is pretty low down there. So cost of living is pretty low down there.
Yes. Man, I love that, bro. I also have Airbnbs, and they're in Oklahoma. A lot in Oklahoma and Oklahoma City. And most people think that, you know, you got to be in these big cities. Like, of course, Miami is like the main hotspot. But you can make, you know, profit in these other markets as well, as Rockman just told us with Mississippi. That's amazing. So, golly, so you got experience with Toro. You got experience with, you said you do wholesaling with cars and Airbnbs. So you definitely got a lot of business experience. How has credit played a role in all this?
And credit is the only way in. You know what I mean? Like being able to leverage your personal credit, lines of credit, credit cards. Like I used to go all in. You know what I mean? That mentorship, you know, without the credit, I wouldn't have been able to get into it and learn it. So I just swiped, you know, one credit card and got into the mentorship to learn it. You know what I mean? So once I learned once I got in, I was able to get those first units, and I used credit to furnish them all. You know what I mean? Turned around, made the income, and paid them back that way. You know, so it's a big move maker if anybody's looking to get started in anything. But of course, there's ways to do it without. Like you say, like I said, 80% of the cars I had was free, pretty much. I didn't pay a dime. People gave me their cars, right? And I made money off of them.
Off of JV deals and using other people. So you
JV.
sounds like you're creating a win-win situation for both parties. For you and for anybody who wants to do business with you.
Right, exactly. Yep.
Man, absolutely, absolutely. So having all these businesses going on, definitely successful at it and scaling at a high level. How do you balance out, your life or your family life around your business with very, minimal amounts of time?
Well, I mean, so the reason I wanted to get into the short-term rental business because you can scale faster. You can implement a team to help you out with the biggest, most time-consuming parts of the business. Which is the guest communications and your customer experience team. So I got my VAs on board that help me quite a bit, and I really don't have to do a lot pertaining to a lot of these units. So within it's going to take a good year to get these units to like just perfect, to where they have everything that they need, everything's operational. Because in the beginning, you're going to constantly have to make upgrades, make changes, fix this, fix that, and then after then, it'll start to run smooth. But being an entrepreneur, I can work from anywhere. I can pull out the laptop anywhere. You know what I mean? Answer calls. So I get this. I got 4 kids. My boys are 7, 8, 9, and my daughter's 17, be 18 this year. And then my girlfriend in New York has 2 kids as well. So, she's a entrepreneur mindset just like me. So she helps out more than she knows with this whole thing, man. So it's nowhere near. I work 24/7. I got to give you that, way more than I did at the 9 to 5, but it's worth every hour.
Wow, that's major, and it's great that you got your support team, you know what I'm saying, your girl there. And also you mentioned VAs, definitely help, and probably some automation or something in there.
Say that again.
I said, and probably some automation in there.
Yes. I mean, that's the only way to grow all of these businesses, to eventually navigate away from these platforms, away from Turo, Airbnb, is you have to create a customer list. You have to add the automation piece to everything to be able to retarget guests, collect all the emails, phone numbers, names. You know what I mean? Because imagine after a year of collecting all of that, you got 2,000 guests that stay with you and spend money with you, and to be able to target 2,000 people, like that's going to double your revenue the following year once all of that's built out. So automation is definitely key to all the businesses, which actually my first actually on a tattoo shop. That was my first business I ever had in Atlanta with my brother, and we're getting ready to implement some automation stuff to his tattoo business, right? So it's key. It can be used for any business, the automation piece, no matter what it is.
Man, I love that. So you mentioned, sounds like you're doing direct booking as well.
Yes, yeah. So I'm currently I have a website through Hospitable right now, but I'm getting another website getting ready to be built out through Guesty, and that's going to be a little more stout, have a lot more features in it. That way, like I said, the ultimate goal is direct bookings, right? I get a lot of people that extend their reservations, and we're able to create a plan to extend that off of the platform, and then we show them how much money they're able to save, and they always want to go straight through us instead of booking through the platform.
Man, that's major. You mentioned Hospitable, definitely use that one, and then Guestly. Um, and I
Yeah, so I'm
think you,
switching.
oh,
Yeah,
from
I'm switching.
hospitable to guest lead. Okay.
Right.
All right. Why are you making that switch?
So Guesty offers like 5 times more than hospitable does. Right. Everything from an insurance plan that pays out when people damage items and things like that. From the same guest communication, but they have a revenue management system where it tracks, each individual
Mm,
unit, how much it's making, how much is down this month compared to last month. It collects all of the people's information. It integrates with so many more platforms. So all my remote lock system, my key locks in Miami, can integrate with Guesty and generate an automatic code through, the customer's information. They've been around a lot longer, so they're more compatible and they integrate with a lot more outside platforms. To give the guests a better experience and to offer more upsells and downsells, things like that.
okay. Wow. Wow. Definitely. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. So hospitable, Guestly, and I know we use Connectedly to get our website and get our guest information um, off of there as well. That's definitely another software tool uh, to use as well. You familiar
Right.
with Connectedly?
That's what we do all our automation through. Yep.
Absolutely,
We do
absolutely,
all our automation through Connectedly. Yep. All our funnels and everything. So
absolutely, absolutely. All right, cool. So now, have you heard about? I just got to ask you, bro. You heard about the ATL laws? How they got hit with I think it was like 2 rentals. What are your thoughts on that?
um it's gonna be tough for people, man. It's they A lot of people don't know how to operate, that don't know um, every other customer that's out there besides Airbnb customers and VRBO customers. I was just saying they're going to have to switch up their model, to an extended stay, 30 days or more. Otherwise, they'll have to shut down and just relocate outside of Atlanta where those ordinances aren't in place.
Mm.
So yeah, it's gonna be tough for them. Luckily, I didn't start there, so I don't even have anything in Atlanta where I live.
That's amazing. So you're in Atlanta and your units are in different Miami, Mississippi, and Tampa. So you're
Tampa.
able to automate those systems. And then I'm assuming your cleaners and you got handyman on site that pretty much let you work remotely because you said you're heading to New York right now.
Yeah, I'm in New York. Yeah, I'll be in New York for 3 weeks. Yeah,
Wow. And then the business is still running.
yeah, yeah,
Amazing,
man.
amazing. So there you
Yeah,
have it, the importance of systems and people in the right place is definitely in leveraging your credit to get income producing assets, man. Definitely some major game you're dropping. All right. So here at the Ander Income Producing Show, we focus on maximizing our time because we are very busy professionals with full-time jobs or family obligations and various other circumstances. So we will now switch, to what I like to call the Ander coaching round. So this is the basically, the how-to part of the show. During this portion of the interview, our listeners can receive expert advice for creating sustainable businesses from successful professionals such as yourself. So what we'll do, we'll get into a few questions. Please answer to the best of your ability and keep it to, about 1 to 2 minutes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into, the first question of the round, and that is, do you think that another person can have the same success, similar or greater success, if they're working a full-time job or had very minimal amounts of time to contribute to their business, and then why or why not?
yes. I think everybody is an entrepreneur. They just don't know it. They don't know, what options they have available. So I do feel like someone working a 9 to 5 can start a business and have their own business. You know, you said as to why or why not. No matter what job you have, right? You have a certain expertise, right? Even if you're a recruiter, right? Your job is to talk to people and convince them of something. There's a lot of people out there that need that skill, that want that skill, that's going to help them make more money, right? So everybody's a teacher. You're a good recruiter. You can show someone how to recruit, how to get more people to come to your business, how to bring more people, to work for you or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Show other people that's in that field how to better do their job. That's a consultation fee. That's a group coaching call. That's all of that. And all that is putting it out there in front of a lot of people and showing them, hey, I'm an expert at this. Or look what I've achieved and what I do at my 9 to 5. Let me show you how to do this, right? Easy.
Absolutely, man. That was good. So, if a person had a full-time job or, very minimal amounts of time to contribute to a business that was up and running and generating income, how would you go about, scaling that business that is, similar to yours?
I mean, it's the only way to scale is to hire the right people and put proper systems in place, right? So the first way to do that is to get a mentor, right? Someone that's in the field and someone that's an expert at what you're trying to do, right? Purchase their course, purchase their one-on-one, whatever it is. Take the few hours that you have during the day and learn it. Learn what you need to do to scale, and then it's time to implement after that, right? You don't have to take all day. All it takes is 30 minutes of going over the course, an hour of going over the course, and now you're ready to implement that system that he taught you, right? Implement how to find the right employee, and now you got 2 or 3 of you now, right? They know exactly how you think, how you talk, how you operate, and now you just doubled yourself, tripled yourself, and you don't have to try to do it all on your own.
Absolutely, man. That was good, bro. All right, man. This is one of my favorite questions right here. Hold up, and that was for all you listeners out there, man. I hope you listening. You see, I'm taking notes, man, from somebody who's a successful entrepreneur who doesn't have a 9 to 5, was able to eat off of his businesses. So you want to pay attention and get as much as you can out of this. All right, so this is one of my favorite questions right here. If you were down to your last $100 and wanted to start a business similar to yours, I said last $100, what would you do to make money ASAP?
Man, last $100 to make money ASAP. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is affiliate marketing. Find out somebody around you that has a business. Ask them if they need more clients. Ask them if they need better product, whatever it is. Hey, if I can save you money here, would you mind paying a commission? Right? Hey, if I can bring you more clients to your course, would you mind paying a commission? I have courses, I have ebooks. I pay out for every single person someone sent to my course that purchases my ebook, whether it's $5 to $300 or $400, right? Quickest way to make money. I mean, I just made $4,000 tonight, sending a person to a friend of mine's course with a turnkey Airbnb that cost $15,000, right? And he paid me a referral fee of that. It's easy. That's the quickest way to do it. I mean, save your $100 and let everybody else give you money.
Woo, that was fire. Absolutely. Man, so affiliate links, making money off that. So you bring other people money and make money at the same time. Jeez, yeah. Man, that was a good one. I asked a few people these questions, and I would say that that was probably the best one. That was smart. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a quick question for you, bro. Man, so you're doing rental arbitrage?
All arbitrage, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So how are you getting into these apartment complexes? You getting like um talking to the management or
But so mine was a little bit different. I do know how to do that, but I got mine off relationship and networking. You know what I mean? So my first 6 units, the guy he's actually in the military with me. And I knew him and his brother-in-law had purchased.
all right, better. You said you knew a military family, military people that you were working with. What happened after that?
I remembered that they were renovating a multifamily, right? And then I had the conversation with him as a landlord. Hey, I'm in the short-term rental business. Here's paperwork on what I do and why I benefit you as an owner to lease to me over a long-term rental, right? And he got with his partner. He showed him all of my whole plan as to how I operate, how I protect their property, how I bring more value, and they loved it. So it's like, yeah, we'll be willing to lease them out to you, right? So that's how I got my first 6, and then I got my next 2 in Tampa as a turnkey, right? From my mentor, who pretty much I pay way more than people calling me crazy for what I pay. I paid $20K for my first turnkey unit, right? But it was in a hot market in Tampa. The rent was a little high, but I seen the profit was there. So I got that turnkey. I was able to build a relationship with my mentor, not only able to learn from him at the same time of teaching me how to operate the unit, but within my second month, I had got a $8,600 booking for that unit, and I made almost $6,300, right, from that one reservation in a month. So I pretty much, it took me 3.5 months to make my investment back from that $20K.
Wow.
get that unit. Plus now this same mentor who I got those 2 units from just gave me all these Miami units. See what I'm saying? Because he's got over 150 units. Yeah, he's got over 150 units. So it was all networking,
Airbnb units.
And yeah, it was it's a whole apartment building itself. It's 18 units in one building.
Wow.
Yep.
So
he was
mentor...
trying to scale down out of that building.
Wow. So you said I said, wow. So you said the first one was, talking to, you knew a military member who was in your unit, renovating, and you hit him with, the benefits of, me Airbnb-ing it out. And so was that in the lease agreement, or they just said, okay, did you get that in writing?
Yeah. No, my paperwork tells them that, who all I cater to, and they're in a small town, Mississippi. So they had never dealt with anybody that did short-term rentals, right? It's not a lot of short-term rentals over there. So, all they knew was, hey, we only have to collect our rent from one person. You know what I mean? We got one tenant. He has a bigger insurance than all of the other average renters. You know what I mean? So everything about me was an added benefit. So they were happy to let me do that.
Wow. Yep. Okay. Man, that's dope. And then the other one was a turnkey from your mentor, and just that relationship turned into another 18.
Yeah.
And that lease is also same thing, because this apartment complex is already doing Airbnbs. You have that in the lease that you're doing Airbnbs?
Yeah, the developer, it was leased directly from the developer. So it's in my business name, just like all my other ones. And they don't care what I do with it, as long as I pay my rent every month. So it's the entire building. It's 18 units in one building, and all of them there's no long term in there. They're all short term. So
they're all okay, got it. So they're all short term under your business, but then you're leasing long term from him. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Is he giving you like a higher rate, a discount rate, or same rate
No,
for
it's
renting?
market. It's market. Yeah, it's same as market rent. Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay, okay.
I get a few added benefits. I got the first month free. You know what I mean? First month rent free, and they still cover quite a bit inside the building. Like traditional landlords. Yeah.
Wow, wow. Man, that is pretty dope. Hey, do you do offering Airbnb with a Toro in there since you have your Toro business, or you just keep it strictly Airbnb?
So I don't have Turo where any of my units are. So it was something that I was doing in Atlanta for other hosts, for other Airbnb hosts. I was offering cars with their units, but since I don't have any cars where my units are, I don't. But I'm getting ready to do a partnership in Miami to try to start offering cars through other people's vehicles.
Hmm. So okay, got it. So somebody else is doing the Toro, and then you're doing it that way.
Yep.
Okay, man,
And
that's
all
what's
I
up.
need
That's
to
what's up.
receive is I just need an extra $20 or $30 a day revenue from it, and I'm happy
Right, right,
from their
right,
cars.
right. Because that's passive, passive.
Yeah, and it's added to the bottom
Man,
line. Yep.
right, right. Wow, man. Definitely a great mind and a great play, man, that you're doing over there, and great networking. Absolutely. So what's better, bro? Toro or Airbnb or
Uh,
short-term rental?
Short-term rentals, of course. Yeah,
Hands
it's
down.
more, it's more, it's more, it's more long-term and sustainable and scalable, and you can automate it way easier than Turo. You can't really automate Turo like that.
Hmm. Okay,
You know,
okay. That's
yeah,
dope. That's
less
dope.
risky.
Right, right. Man, you just dropped a lot of game, and, and I appreciate you for coming on. As we get ready to conclude, man, I just want to ask you, like, what is a great business or personal development book that you recommend to the listeners out there?
Um, I mean, right now, for people that's in the short-term rental space, there's a direct book. It's called Direct Book by Mark Boosley. The Direct Playbook, I believe it's called. Then there's another one called Optimize My B&B. So everything I do right now is how to better run my business, how to scale it, how to just make it better overall. So if I can recommend some books, it'll be stuff like that that's geared towards, what you're looking at doing. Um, I'm halfway into the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, so that's a pretty good book as well. And I think the next book that we're looking to read is Profit First. So that's going to be another one we look at because everybody, all my mentors and everybody that's in my course has read Profit First, and it's one that's very implemented to our business.
Hmm.
Yep.
You mind me asking who's your mentor, bro?
Jay Massey and a guy named Lazarus goes by Brickle Cigars.
Oh, okay, okay. All
Yeah.
right, cool. So you said direct playbook. And you mentioned optimize your
Yeah.
Airbnb. That's definitely a good book. Um,
Uh-huh.
I like that book. And then you said, of course, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and then Profit First. Absolutely, absolutely,
Yep.
bro, man. So you are killing it on an extremely high level. Um, just doing it to the max, and I see you continue to scale. So as the years go by and you become more and more successful, and keep building and building. I just want to ask you, so we can look back at this, 5 years from now and be like, man, you remember you said that? Now look at him. So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, man, really owning, purchasing multifamily, purchasing land, taking a lot of the revenue that I made from arbitrage and doing, owning the building, doing a lot of turnkeys, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of money in turnkeys, right? And then because it's, you can do a turnkey with a 2-year lease and turn around and the property reverts back to you and do it all over again, right? So 5 years from now, man, it's going to be a lot less work, whole lot less work, you know what I mean? Big team behind me and just having fun with the family and vacationing, 6 months out of the year. That's the goal.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, man, I love what you said there. So that's what I do is I have, we purchased the units and then all of them have been turnkey except for one. But they're single family duplexes, and I definitely actually also, looking to scale up, get these apartment complexes and turnkey. So, I see, maybe later down the road, we have some more conversations that we can definitely collaborate over competition to make something big, bro. With your expertise.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely something that we can connect on for sure. As we look at apartment complexes, as I get deals, I can send them your way and we can make that move for sure. All right, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, man, last but not least, how can the Ander listeners get in touch with you?
And yeah, definitely check out my website. It's www.rodney10k.com. So that's my first name, Rodney, RODNEY 10k.com. And everything about me is on there. Everything I have to offer is on there. My Instagram, a direct phone number to get to me, and all of the ebooks that I put out on how to get into Turo that I wrote myself. 3-in-1 ebook on credit, Airbnb, and Turo. So the course that I put out. So all my products are on there, which is a whole nother business in itself that we didn't talk about. But, it's that's how you can reach me, man. Rodney10k.com.
Man. And there you have it, folks, man. That was a dope interview with a dope person doing dope things. Man, fellow brother in arms, Air Force veteran, and just somebody who just took that and scaled it on a whole nother level, just like that. All right, brother, I appreciate you, man. Drive safe and have a good one.
All right, man, you too.